I'm in between two bigger cabinet jobs, and I'm doing a small job for a brother-in-law. I just figured I'd turn the camera on to show my process a bit. So this is the cabinet we're going with. And this is from SketchUp, and then I import this into Layout. And this allows me to grab all my dimensions. All right, so we got our panels cut. We're a bit of a mix and match of pre-finished and non-finished. Whatever isn't finished, I'm gonna actually spray with sealer from Emil Campbell's to get it to that finished look. What I will do is use pre-finished edge band for these three, and then just standard maple birch edge band for this, and then I'll spray this one along with the other ones. And yeah, that's it. So we'll get to sanding these doors while we wait for the edge bander. If the edge bander's still not ready, we will jump to the planer and get our maple ready. Make the cut. All right, so we got all our pieces cut. As per the design, the doors are all the same width. So this will be one door for the height, the second door for the height. These are the two bottom doors. And then we have two rails per door. So that's all the pieces. This is going to be the face frame, which I'm going to do after the cabinet's assembled. Here we go. So let's test what we got. No center panel, but we'll find out how our setup came. So here we got the angle pieces. That's going to face upwards. Got 2 rails. Look at that. Nice and tight. Back in day 2. Today we're gonna tackle the doors first, get them in clamps, so that I can assemble and work on the cabinet while that's drying. So we got a 1/2 inch sheet of maple ply that we'll be using as our center panel. And yeah, we'll get that cut up here first. Next step before I put the backer on, it's just going to be easier to do the shelf pins. For this, I'm just going to use the Craig jig. Customer wanted quite a bit of shelves in this area. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, instead of like place sections, I'm just going to run the shelf pin holes all the way along. And I'm just going to do this, split this all the way at the bottom, set one, or drill this one, and then I can move this and pin it, and then I'll just keep drilling until I get to close to the end in this proximity, and have the last one be around this area. All right, we got the cabinet assembled this far. We got the shelf pins in. Just got the back panel left to install here. That's what we'll be doing first. So my inset is perfect along here, very consistent. I could drive the pocket holes in, but it's gonna shift in, I know it. So what I'm gonna do is run 2 clamps here near my center hole, center pocket holes. Moving on to the face frame right now. Simple pocket hole joinery, glue, and screws. You'd be surprised to see that most face frames are put together like this. I mean, you can do dowels, dominoes, whatever you want. The only thing, I am using maple hardwood, so I will be using hardwood pocket screws. If you do normal coarse thread pocket screws so close to the end, there's a good chance you will split it. For it being pocket holes, when we're working upside down, I like grabbing a nice clamp like this to clamp it to the workpiece. That way when you're driving your pocket holes, it's not gonna shift. Can't even catch my nail on the edge. All right, so I've sanded everything. I've sanded the face frame, rounded the edges, even went into the corners and hit that with sandpaper just to continue the round edge. Where your rounding bit won't touch, you know, hit the corners with some sandpaper just to continue that. Round over. Now we're ready to attach the face frame. So I'm gonna throw some glue on this and then we'll get this centered and get this in place. All right, so everything's sanded. Last step, I just need to put the doors on. Yesterday when I was holding the doors up to the face frame, I noticed something was a little off. And now I just did some measurements and I can see what I did. To my SketchUp drawing, from here to here, this opening was 13 inches tall. And what I thought I did was measure 13 and then add 1.5 inches, and then that's where I put this top plate. But somewhere in there, my measurements were off because now we have 13.5 here. So there's an extra 1/2 inch. I mean, overall, it's not a big deal. They lose a 1/2 inch here, gain a 1/2 inch here. The biggest thing it will affect is the doors. Like this should have been a 1/2 inch more, right? So the overlap would have been much more. Now I'm gonna have to do it where it's barely overlapping this side, and then this top door will overlap this just to keep the bottom and the top somewhat symmetrical. So we'll throw these on here. Bit unfortunate, but so we'll probably have to do something like that. So here you can see that I am off. Obviously the doors will sit over here and you won't notice that. For this project, we're going to be using some frame style hinges, and they are soft close as well. This one is all done. We're gonna flip it up. But yeah, that's the process on this cabinet anyway. I won't be painting it, as I said, so this one's going straight to the customer and they're gonna take on the rest of this. So anyways, hope you enjoyed, hope you learned something, and until the next time, adios.